But the more free you are, the more easy you are, the more into character you are, the camera is going to capture you anyways. So I didn't know that. And so I said, okay, so I'm not going to model anymore. And that I retired from modeling. I didn't know that film's going to take 6 years to get made. So I had no source of income in that period of time. I remember I was living in 7 bungalows at that time. I had an apartment and I had a wonderful landlord. He was Sardarji, and he'd come on the first of every month, and he'd look at me and I'd look at him, and he said, "Nahi hai." I'd be like, "Nahi hai," and "Koi nahi yaar, tu de dega mujhe." He was the sweetest man. You need those kind of breaks in your life. And so I said, okay. And of course, I paid him back, and I signed a film after that. As soon as I signed film, it came even for the premiere of my film. But I mean, that was even after I'd moved. I'd moved to a smaller place, but there was no way I could tell the Sardarji I didn't have, for 3 months I had not paid him a rent. So we had to move to another place. So I went to a smaller place and I stayed there. I remember I had 2 dogs there, and they would, I would eat veg food and they would eat non-veg food. And I was like, why is this happening to me? And it's just about, it's important to know these things, because then when you get something, you treat it with gratitude, you treat it with respect. And and when you see somebody else struggling, you remember that Sardarji who helped you at that point in time, and you can easily put out your hand.
Wow, so wow. That was something that obviously not many people would know about that. And thank you for sharing that.
I said my grandparents were Sikh, and every Sunday I used to live in Deblali, and every Sunday I used to cycle to the artillery center, where they had a gurdwara, masjid, a mandir, and a church. But I used to always end up going to the gurdwara, especially to help with the langar. And because I just loved the whole concept of it. I love the food out there, because I don't think you get better food than anywhere else in the langar. And in times like these, when you actually see how selflessly and how passionately they work in any kind of crisis. This time it's a pandemic, but if there's any crisis, if there are floods, if there's anything, the Sikhs always come out there and generously support and help. And for me, I think that is incredible, because they don't look at religion, they don't look at caste, they don't look at color, they don't look at your status. Everybody is allowed to be a part of